just exposed a decades-old underground mine. You're looking at it. It's in Boyers, Pennsylvania, and seemingly it's in the middle of nowhere. But it's where the United States federal government stores and processes retirement applications. Here's how Elon Musk described it.
There's a limestone mine where we store all the retirement paperwork. And you look at a picture of this mine. We'll post some pictures afterwards. And this mine looks like something out of the 50s because it was started in 1955.
Welcome on into another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. Today's topic, we'll be discussing the retirement mind that needs to be undermined. It needs to be systemized. It needs a upgrade. It just needs a lot of different things. And why are they attacking Elon Musk for actually coming up with solutions? I mean, you hate the guy that much that he's actually trying to make progress and you just don't like the guy because he's progressive. The hate and the jealousy is real. But before I get into this show, welcome on into the Healthy Discussion Show. Smash that like button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the beginning. This is not the end. Another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. Hit the AirTag EMF protector. I'm going to pin it to the top of the chat if you want to support this channel even more. If you're feeling generous, you can buy me some tea. Cash App is right there. The PayPal is right there, but that's not a must. I appreciate everyone for sending me this email to react to this. Before I get started, how y'all feeling today? Leave down in the chat how you feeling, how you doing. It's considered Valentine's Day. Are you spreading some love, or are you some people don't celebrate it. Some people call it Simpanadas. Only the Simpanadas celebrate those type of things. So, but we have to love one another no matter what. But I say you love one another each and every day, right? Each and every day. You don't need a day to really dedicate to love, because loving someone is, or loving something, or loving your job, or loving your entrepreneurship, or just loving is the key to success. It's one of them. You have to love something, like something, right? But nonetheless, let me know how you guys feeling today. Let's get into the show.
So it looks like it's like a time warp. And then the speed, the limiting factor is the speed at which the mine shaft elevator can move determines how many people can retire from the federal government. And the elevator breaks down sometimes, and then nobody can retire. Doesn't that sound crazy?
Crazy as hell.
There's like 1,000 people that work on this.
Wow. Now, a group of anonymous employees told the Butler Eagle from the Office of Personnel Management that they don't have an elevator, but nonetheless, look.
Hold on. What do you even need that in today's world when we have something called a computer and technology? My God. Oh, my fathers. Do you really need these things? Just put it on a blockchain. Put everybody information on a blockchain, just case solve. It's transparent. You'll be able to see it. You know what's coming in. You know what's going out. Bada bing, bada boom. Case solve. Put it on a blockchain for all of that. It's needed. It's a lot of these moms and pop stores and these, let's just say, Fortune 500 companies that don't want to upgrade their system. Why? Systems are meant to be upgraded. You got the guy Elon Musk, which is great in developing systems, right? And he's trying to enhance the system, but yet he's being ridiculed for trying to enhance the system. Just put it on the blockchain. We have the technology. It's here. It's literally here. You don't have to wait on it anymore. Use it before you lose it.
At these pictures, this is stunning. All of the paperwork stored right here. It looks like a time warp. And you can see inside this facility, these massive columns of limestone that's holding it all up. Millions of paper files are stored right here. And according to d.o.g.e, every month, the facility takes about 10,000 applications for retirements and then sorts through them entirely by hand. Now, it's unbelievable that the government...
Why are they sorting through things by hand when you have something called a computer? You have something called data. Why would you hand pick millions of files? Why? It's outdated. You don't need it. You don't. This is maybe, you know why they're doing it? And this is speculation. No, it's not speculation, obviously, because Doge already said they're committing fraud. Because the old-fashioned systems you can commit a lot of fraud with. Makes sense to me. That's why I didn't get rid of it, because it's like, no, you know what? It's so many loopholes depending on the process. If you follow the procedure, it's so many different things that can go missing. We can duplicate social security numbers. We could do so many different things. They may not never know where it's coming from. And we also have time to, guess what? Delete, or they can't even delete it. I guess they're going to shred the files. They probably have 1,000,001 shredder. And then think about the workers that's down there. They haven't seen the day of light, the sun, which is you need in order to succeed. You need the sun outside. You need the environment. You need the air to breathe. You need these things. They're suffering because of underdeveloped minds and underdeveloped concepts that the government continues to use in 2025. This is not 1950s.
Of the world's foremost superpower processes retirement applications 230 feet underground. There's one person who is not surprised by it, and he's sitting in the middle of our couch, and his name is Jason Chapin.
I got to tell you, there are a lot of storage facilities like this, and corporate America uses them all the time. But the idea that you have to do this by hand, that it's not automated, is ridiculous. Right. Elon Musk is 110% right. But if you want a secure facility that is temperature controlled, impervious to people getting in, a lot of caves are used throughout the country for corporate America. But this is not the first. Elon Musk, welcome to the show.
It's more stuff going on down in them damn caves. It got to be. It has to be more than. It's too many things going on in them caves, in those caves that's down there. It got to be more than just that. It has to be. It must. What do you guys speculate to think that it is? That is crazy. I'm glad that DOGE was created, right? The Department of Government Efficiency, because it shows you, it's just highlighting the fact that, are we really even efficient? Are we even up to date? Let's check all systems. From now on, checking all systems. All system needs to be checked. I'm supporting that organization totally.
Show, because we've been talking about this for a while. Do you know in the military, they actually process rank advancements and pay increases with punch cards?
What?
They literally could not. They had to keep these like 80-year-old people employed because they were the only ones that knew how to fix the machines.
So the Washington Post did a deep dive on this, Kaylee, and it's fascinating. It talks about how some of these workers are depressed because they don't have windows. I don't blame them. I would be too. They order pizza down to the mine. It's really interesting. But here's what WAPO found. They said this: held up by all that paperwork in the mine runs as slowly now as it did in 1977. During the past 30 years, administrations have spent more than $100 million trying.
No. Fraud. I smell it. Do you guys smell what's cooking? It smells like a hint of fraud. $100 million to try to upgrade the system and nothing happened. Y'all didn't try to upgrade that system. Y'all just spent $100 million. And y'all probably asked for it annually. And guess where this $100 million is coming from? Can somebody put over here? The people that's actually paying their taxes. So they don't have your best interest. That's why I always wonder why most politicians, they go in and they come out rich or wealthy than they went in. Soon as they get, it's like these politicians, they broke. They're like brokerage. And as soon as they use your dollars and you expect a return, you get nothing. This is not a democracy. This is a bureaucracy, obviously. A sinkhole of a federal bureaucracy. This is a bureaucracy. Indeed.
Trying to automate the old-fashioned process in the mine and make it run at the speed of computers. They could not. Well, I know one man who can. Maybe it's the guy who sends rockets to space with SpaceX.
Yeah, and what's always telling is that you don't see any of the Democrats or the bureaucrats who are defending these programs. They never defend them on the merits. They never say, well, it's good that we keep all of our retirement paperwork 230 feet under the ground for these very specific reasons. Or no, it's very good that we sent $50 million of a condom shipment to wherever in the world because of these very specific reasons. Their only argument is that it is bad that Elon Musk is trying to change it for unspecified reasons. Well, that's not a very...
And somebody put haters in the chat. They're just hating on Elon. Haters. Can somebody put hater in the chat? They don't like nothing that Elon do. They don't like nothing that Trump do, even if it's benefiting them. Crazy to me. But as soon as the Dems take everything from you guys and don't give you anything in return, you guys celebrate. What? It's like I can't wrap my head around these things. And you know what? I'm not supposed to. Because it's nonsense and it doesn't make sense, obviously. Let's continue. Let's continue.
Specific reasons. Their only argument is that it is bad that Elon Musk is trying to change it for unspecified reasons. Well, that's not a very good explanation here, because if you can't defend something on the merits, then what is the point of keeping things as is? Why can Elon Musk not come in and try and update these systems, change things to make them more efficient and more efficient for the American taxpayer?
And on efficiency, Jason Chaffetz, you flagged this for us. I do want to play it. It's something that you found out about floppy disks.
This is an 8-inch floppy disk.
No.
It takes 3.2 million of these to equal one flash drive. So you can go get a flash drive down, at Best Buy, or you can get 3.2 million of these to get the same amount of data stored. And this is still what the Department of Defense is using.
Quite a visual.
No.
It is absolutely stunning. I went on an AWACS airplane.
That is crazy. That's prone to being hacked. Come on, man. They causing their own problems. I'm glad that this is finally coming to light. America, you guys need to upgrade. You need to be updated and upgraded. Updated and upgraded.
To go check it out. This was 2010. They were excited because they were just now installing Windows 95.
Yeah.
So to put out a bounty, let's go find out the most arcane system out there. I guarantee you there are places in the administration still using Windows 95.
Yeah, but those were not the windows they were looking at in the dungeon.
Yeah.
They wanted real windows. Look, two things hit me. There is probably a sea of litigants out there who have been waiting for their retirements to be processed. They're hand counting 10,000 a year. And for 1 year, we looked at the number that they did was a little bit more than 7,000. I mean, not only is it inefficient, it's cruel.
Yeah.
Like if you're waiting to retire and you need that process after you spent your whole life doing something for the federal government, and they're so inefficient that they can't even thank you properly. And if you think thank you shouldn't come with money, I don't know what planet you live on. The other thing why are they quibbling over whether or not it's an elevator or a lift pulley system? That's the only thing that comes up?
Yeah.
Like, I want to quibble over how we move the paperwork. No, I want to quibble over why it's in the basement. Like, at least it's limestone, and that can pull out a little bit of the humidity. But is that why it's in the basement? 1,000 people? And are they on the list of retirement? Because then you got double jeopardy. I think there are going to be some people who come out of the woodwork and say, I've been waiting for my retirement to be processed, and now I know why it hasn't been.
Yeah. Guys, with all due respect for, obviously, that wonderful company that does that and those employees working really hard. The issue is not the cave. The issue is not the situs. It's the antiquated system. And when they say we've spent $100 million trying to automate it, but they couldn't, well, it wasn't lack of funding. It's the lack of ingenuity, and it's the lack of leadership saying this will be executed. When we think about our medical records, those have all been digitized. We know now, I'm sure, with all of our healthcare, like you have to log on to a portal now. Law firms, the same. Why not the federal government? When I think about the security of this facility, the use of the caves, the protection of data privacy, well, I laugh at the fact that my information among the 92 million Americans whose information was breached during the OPM hack of the government. The point is that this type of mountain is not needed because A, we get breached anyway, or at least we did under the prior administration.
That's right.
And B, that this isn't the kind of paperwork that the CIA needs to preserve. This is exactly what should be automated. To your point, the outrageous shrieks about this should be about what was uncovered. It should not be about the messenger, and it should not be about the attempts to change it. Because at the end of the day, if we want that security of our federal workforce, the safety of our brave warfighters in uniform, then we have to get with the times.
Yeah.
I would just add, we have to hang on to paperwork for the Internal Revenue, the IRS, Internal Revenue Service, for 7 years.
That's why they're eliminating the IRS too. Because what's the point?
They've had stuff down there for decades.
Yeah.
So if we have to keep up with a shorter time, I'm just wondering, what are they hanging on to?
And it is a balance, though, because we know computer systems can fail and be hacked. So having paper records has some efficacy. But regardless, I want to go down in the cave. That is a very exciting looking cave. Let's go.
Outnumbered in the cave.
Outnumbered from the cave.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Leave your thoughts down below. Let me know what y'all think about this, right? The retirement cave, basically. Do you guys think it is efficient? Do you guys think it need an upgrade? Do you guys think that it need to be updated? Leave your thoughts down below. Let me know what you really think. Is Elon Musk doing the right thing? Is Trump doing the right thing? And why are the people so upset? At least that's what they're trying to program, to make you think that most of the people are upset. But we all know that they actually voted for this guy. So smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, tell a friend and tell a friend. This is the beginning. This is not the end. Another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. And remember,